If I am a Canadian for Nanquo, Cousin Ade, Mazen NNAMDI Kanu have appeared before the so-called Injustice Binta Iyako of the Fulani High Court. And he made series of statements, which I will also play for my people here to listen, in case you have never heard what he said concerning the killings in Obingwa Aba. And I still want to use this opportunity to leak this secret. I heard it from a right source. That simply because Ifeanyi Ejiofor was dropped from the council of Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, I mean the people that are representing him at the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria court, this guy went behind and be fighting against Mazen NNAMDI Kanu to make sure that Mazen NNAMDI Kanu does not get justice or does not get a fair trial from the so-called Cow Republic of Nigeria. It may sound like a joke, but that is simple truth. The person that gave me this information gave me, in fact, he sworn with his life and the life of his families that look at what is happening. That not only the southeastern governors or the political gladiators fighting against Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, that Ifeanyi Ejiofor with his so-called erudite, Ozekome, are also behind the continuous incarceration of Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, knowing fully well that they are working for the other people, not literally working for Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, because they are there for a different reason entirely. When I heard this news this afternoon, I was marveled. I said, wow, is this what is happening? How can somebody who is fighting with Mazen NNAMDI Kanu is now turned to fight against him simply because they told him that your service is no longer needed in the camp of Mazen NNAMDI Kanu's legal team? It is heartbreaking. It sounds like a joke, but not simple truth. Nobody to be trusted. Nobody to be trusted. I can't imagine that Ifeanyi Ejiofor is among those who have been fighting in tooth and nail since he have been dropped to make sure that Mazen NNAMDI Kanu does not get a fair trial. Breaking news. Indigenous people of Biafra's leader, Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, wants to negotiate with Fulani government over terrorism charges that he never committed. That is how they report it here. But before I go on to read this news, I would like you to listen to what Mazen NNAMDI Kanu says at the courtroom. Maybe his arrival or period to his departure. But he made some comments which I would like you people to listen, because his voice is always echoed something serious, and he's always at his right sense whenever he speaks. So please just take 1 minute of your time to listen to Mazen NNAMDI Kanu's message. He sent message to the Biafrans, he sent message to everybody, he also sent message to the zoo. He also sent message to the world, who fold their hands and watch the impunity that is going on in the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria over his incarceration. Somebody was commenting that Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, the reason why the UK cannot attend to his case is simply because he nationalized in UK, not a born citizen of UK. Can you imagine that? While I know they finish. He nationalized in UK and they gave him a passport. Bearing the identity of UK is enough for them to do something about it. But anyway, that by the way, let us listen to what Mazen NNAMDI Kanu said at the courtroom before we can proceed to the case or to the news of negotiation over terrorism charges, when the so-called zoo have already dropped charges upon charges against people who are offenders. They are dropping charges against the main terrorists in Nigeria when they are being captured, brought to court. Then order will come from Abuja to free them. Now Mazen NNAMDI Kanu, which the court have discharged and acquitted, we go to bargain or to negotiate with the zoo, with his oppressors over terrorism charges that he knows nothing about. There is God. Listen to what is happening.
I want my understanding because IPOB was founded on a non-violent principle, and we intend that to continue this very day. And everything, of course, I'm sure these soldiers were told are also our people. Yeah, correct? Yes. And the family is 9 million. Yes. So all the making of young widows is condemned in entirety. I don't want anybody to die. Yes. We are fighting for freedom, then how can we fight for it? Yes. It's not possible. We want people to be free. That's what we're fighting for. But come on, we've suffered a lot in Africa. I don't know if you know that. Africans have suffered from slavery in Arabia to slavery in Europe to slavery in America. So I think we should focus our time and devote it towards making sure that this continent stands up to what God promised it is going to be. And that's what we're doing, what we are doing. Thank you.
So that is the voice of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He issues a very standard another warning over the killings that is happening in the southeastern part of the country. G is first in this world. The conspiracy of Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Ozekome moving seriously to your supreme leader, his royal mind. This one I don't even understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be free. Yes, he issued that warning. IPOB reacts to the attack on soldiers in Obingwaba, Obohel. And he made it clear to every Tom and Jerry that what is happening in the so-called Aba is a deliberate attack just to indict him and IPOB and also to distract the investor that is trooping in Aba. He made it very clear to everybody. And also, he made us to understand that we can't be killing the people which we are fighting to protect. And that have been his lyrics from onset until death. So any other person doing any other thing, doing otherwise, is doing that at his or her own peril, according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is not my word. This is not my making. This is not my saying. That is exactly what you just listened now. Despite the fact that the background is echoing, but I have listened to that message from the beginning to the end. I can't play the message is very long because of a lot of noise in the courtroom. But before that, I want you to do me a favor. Share this message. Let the world, let the Biafrans, and let the entire Africans know that our hired lawyer to defend us are now the one that have turned back. That's exactly what Aloysius Ejimako and his compatriot, his Oga, is doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are being dropped. They are being dropped from this case, from what they are gaining, from what they're supposed to achieve for the zoo. They didn't achieve it. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other lawyers discovered that these two people are working for the same people who are oppressing us and oppressing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they made them to do what? To decamp. Let them just go their way. Now they turn back now to fight against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to make sure that he didn't get fair trial, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu languishes in DSS dungeon until 2027 or 2031. A very vital information that I received this afternoon, and I was heartbroken when I saw it. I said, how can we claim to be one and the same people the same guy who is fighting for the liberation of everybody is now whom you are fighting simply because you didn't meet your target, simply because you are being dropped. Is it by force that you must start a case for me and finish it? That is awkward. At the point you are not following up the way things are supposed to be. If Ifeanyi Ejiofor hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, it will be a gap of 1 year to appear before the court. But since they dropped him, you can see there are a lot of changes. Within the space of 2 weeks, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear before the court. Let them spend that money that they think they have. Yes, of course, that is it. Let them spend the money. Bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court today cost them 500 million naira, according to them. Because they are the people who are eating the money, who are spending the money. And they are also crying that they are lacking money to take care of Martin Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. But anyway, Sha, let us go to the issue of this negotiation. I don't know where this negotiation come from. Whether this one is being initiated by a lawyer Jimako or otherwise. But we'll find out when we read the news. IPOB's Nnamdi Kanu want to negotiate with the Fulani government over the so-called terrorism charges, which I know that Martin Nnamdi Kanu, whom I trust so much, he rather stayed there than to negotiate with the zoo over things he never committed. Because there's nothing like terrorism charges on the case of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. This one, they are just blabbing. But let us read for reading's sake, so that you can also document it and keep it for future use. Adapa Amama. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has indicated his willingness to engage in negotiations with the Fulani government through his lead counsel, Aloy Ejimako. It is all fallacy. He never said so, and I can bet you with my life that Nnamdi Kanu never made mention of this when he addressed the press. So where did all this fallacy is coming from? Just to let you know, the newspaper that carry this news is in quote nigernews.com. They are working for the zoo. This move is pursuant to Section 17 of the Fulani High Court Act, which encourages amicable settlement and reconciliation among parties. What are you reconciling? Martin Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged and acquitted by the second highest court in that so-called country, zoo. So you are telling me now that if we come back now and tell you they have to stand on the substituting judgment that have discharged and acquitted him. Even Supreme Court also decided and acquitted him, but they play within the so-called script that have been given to them. Supreme Court or Supreme Court, whatever they call him, Apex Court, said Martin Nnamdi Kanu does not jump bail. Martin Nnamdi Kanu are being brought into the country to face trial through illegal means. What does that mean? It means that this guy have no case to answer, discharged and acquitted him. But because they are being given a script, do not acquit this man. Make sure that he continue living in the DSS dungeon as his bedroom and room and parlor. He do the other way. I don't see the kind of law they practice in this country called Nigeria. That a lawyer, a judge, will come out and condemn all the whole method which they brought that same person to court, and she said, go back to high court and continue, knowing fully well that that same court have no jurisdiction to try Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Is that no juju be that? Na confirmed juju. Kanu, through his legal counsel, made this known on Wednesday, according to them, after he moved 2 applications brought before the court. The court are still sitting as I'm talking to you now. This application is to move from 49 and an application objecting to the jurisdiction of the court. Another development. Ejimako said if the application are denied, they will move for the implementation of Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act, which is, however, the Fulani Government Council, Adeboyaga Awomolo, clarified that he lacks the authority to negotiate on behalf of the government, and instead suggested that Kanu's team should approach the Attorney General of the Federation. Injustice Binta Iyako emphasized that the court's role is to hear cases, not to solicit negotiations. Injustice of the highest order, from High Court down to Apex Court, back to High Court again. The highest inhuman treatment anyone can go through. Even Osama bin Laden does not pass through this. Even the most wicked people on earth, who have been doing all manner of things, who have been engaging in international heat, let me put it that way, never passed through what Martin Nnamdi Kanu is passing through at the hand of the zoos. They are using Martin Nnamdi Kanu to learn how to detain somebody, to learn how to play kalo. From High Court to Supreme Court, back to High Court. Maybe when he go through that Supreme Court again, they will invite him back to maybe to the lower court. Then from lower court to High Court. And the world are mocking them. The world are mocking them. They are out of bricks. They didn't succeed to get their name in bricks because of their so-called human rights violations. Peace pact that have been signed the other day in Switzerland, which Somalia itself, which we all know that Somalia TAT ka Kegondi Malawi make to sign the peace pact. But where is the zoo? Nowhere to be found. Human rights violations, killing of Christians, invading of Biafra land is part of the point. These 3 points is what is going to crush them if they do not take time. Their country is collapsing and their president is busy truncating. Now they want to buy private jet, 2 private jets, if they never buy it itself. I tell you people earlier on that NNAMDI Kanu is the one that is holding these people in Akpamu. But you won't agree with me. You think that maybe they're changing it after all. He's still there, my dear, listen to me. NNAMDI Kanu is just like it's just like his freedom have already assigned. The only thing there is that the day that they tell him, Oga, just pack your car and go. We are tired of you. But as for holding, they are not holding NNAMDI Kanu. In return, NNAMDI Kanu is the one holding them because they have a lot of cases to answer on the head of NNAMDI Kanu when the time is right. Before the international community, before the ICC, before the United Nations, before African Union, and even ECOWAS, because all these places, NNAMDI Kanu have won them in all the whole courts. And they are still saying now, somebody came out and write jargons, and that NNAMDI Kanu is going for negotiation. Who said so? How? Even the most illiterate in this life, who knows nothing about law, can never tell me that NNAMDI Kanu will go for negotiation over terrorism charges that he never committed. It is laughable. It is laughable. Oh, may the Lord have mercy upon us. That's the only thing I have to tell. May the Lord have mercy upon us. And may the gods of our land never allow us to be put to shame. Because even a amazing cat in keep Azu, Orugo, that it don't lead to the point where we say we're supposed to the point time. Because in the buy na tuni if a carrier at Wayaka, that worst things is more than enough. What you cannot be able to carry it. The only thing you can do is just to point it. And that is the point where we are at this point in time. Anyway, my wonderful people, I have not much to tell because I'm just giving you the update about what is happening at the High Court, the Court of Injustice, Binta Iyako. That is where we are. And NNAMDI Kanu is still live in that High Court. And I'm still getting updates of what is happening there. But I cannot say let me continue to hold you because I have things that you are doing. But whichever way it is, I have to go to come back again. Yes, because I cannot just give you this little information and I keep you waiting and waiting and waiting. It's either I come live or I will make just a single drop or a short video just to let you people know exactly what happened at the High Court. Just stay tuned. Okay? Yeah, just stay tuned. I don't want to join this news with another news of P2B because P2B now is hanging. It dies. But that is story for tomorrow. But as of this moment, this is the information because I promised us earlier that I will come back when NNAMDI Kanu appear before Injustice Binta Iyako and to give you the latest information of what is happening. So that is what I have just did. So please, just make sure you share this video. Let the world know what the so-called Ifeanyi Ejiofor is doing on our back. We can call it behind the scenes. That's exactly what is happening. The guy is using we, the Biafran, to play Kalakalamo. No problem. We will answer him when the time is right. But as for now, I will write back. So please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. My name is Siri Man, the one and only. Amanda is reporting live from the platform of Ukute Daily Talk. Kenesiano.